Hey, good evening, good afternoon, happy Saturday to everybody out there. Gators win, and Gators basketball, talk about that. And we'll also talk a little bit about Napier responding to a little bit of the coaching defensive coordinator. And it looks like there is a little bit of confirmation on Tyler Miles' return. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. I don't think we had the confirmation. I think there was intention to believe that he would be coming back. I can't even remember. I feel like the days just fly by anymore. So, good to see you. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. We got Cody the Professor joining us here today to talk about a big W against Texas. Nice, healthy win. And look, Wednesday, I kind of ripped him up a little bit, said, hey, here are my concerns, what I'm worried about. And it seems those things were addressed a little bit. I felt like the ball got passed around a little bit better today. I only get to say, I only saw a little bit of I saw the second half. First half, I was heading home. But second half really took control. Played a little bit better defense and got more into rhythm. Everyone seemed more involved. We didn't just seem kind of lackluster. Texas kind of looked like we did, just trying to get a guy going. Now, obviously, different team, different matchups. We talked about that on Wednesday as well, but it was good to see them get back into that rhythm we had seen them leading up to that Missouri game. Still not, I still think there's a lot of basketball left on the table, though. I think they still have a ton to go out there and get. I think Texas left a lot on the board as well. You even said that before the show, that Texas doesn't shoot themselves as much as they did. Could be a little bit of a closer game, but Florida dominated for the most part. Auburn holds off in a close one against Georgia. Tennessee goes down to Vanderbilt. The SEC, it seems like it's going towards football is. Everyone's just beating everybody, which I enjoy. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, what a great game. I will say Condon did look a little. I know he suffered a lower leg injury. I don't know if it's an ankle. I didn't see any tape or anything. Didn't look great the first half, but came out in the second, got loosened up, got fired up, and they spread the ball around a little bit better. It wasn't a Walter Clayton show, which I actually enjoyed. They spread the ball around. Everybody seemed to fire at will, and the rhythm of the game seemed a lot more in control as opposed to that Missouri game that they lost.
So something I'm noticing too, so I'm taking a look at the free throw percentage. I mean, if you're a team, you take a look at this. If Florida's shooting free throws, you're probably going to win the game. We only shot 15 free throws and we're shot at 66%. That Kentucky game, I mean, that was a high scoring game, but I think we shot like 30 or almost damn near 30 free throws. That probably the reason for that, it slows us down a little bit. We get out of a rhythm. The shooters get a little cold, a little icy. Then we're missing free throws. And then it's something to kind of keep an eye on as the season goes forward. If Florida's getting fouled a lot, does that affect their rhythm and their play style? Again, only taking 15 free throws and to win by 24. Usually it's the other way around. Again, Texas shot 16 for 19 at 84%. We continue to shoot at a measly 60 to 70%, which is absolutely pathetic. That's something, again, I'm not gonna overlook it. I'm gonna continue to monitor it and until it gets better. So,
well, I think there's something to be said that we haven't seen a complete game from Florida, and they've won. They're 16-2. So they're not peaking yet. They're probably gonna peak right about the right time. March tournament starts, and I think there's a lot of good to this team. And there's just not a lot of bad. Defense is very, very good. Offensive rebounding is electric. And, they just got to find their rhythm. You guys got to understand, this is very early in the season. They got a lot of games to play. So
I feel like the Tennessee game was a pretty good, a complete game. I shot at 76% at that game, and obviously played great defense, and Tennessee got a little cold. Here's their upcoming schedule, which is just, it's crazy to think about. I mean, I think at one time the conference schedule, you kind of could just go through, and there's like the Kentuckys and then maybe like one or two games. But we've got South Carolina, shouldn't be a problem. Then Georgia, who's ranked at home, Mike White. Then we go on the road February 1st to Tennessee, who's now dropped to number 6 and then lost again today, so they'll probably fall back a little bit more. Then we play Vandy at home, and Vandy just beat Tennessee. Then we go to Auburn, play number 1 Auburn. So over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we play three out of those are 5 ranked teams. And then we play Mississippi State. So 4 of the next 6 or something like that are all ranked games, and some on the road and some at home. All the big ones, Tennessee, Auburn, Mississippi State, 6-1 and 15 are all on the road. So, I love it. I think it's perfect. I think this is what's great about basketball. This is why I love March Madness, is that you genuinely use your season to figure things out and learn a lot. So we've got a lot of great season in store for us today. I know, we got Alabama March 5th. That week I'm going to be on vacation, so I'm kind of looking at it. So March 1st, 5th, and the 8th, we go A&M, who's ranked 11th, Alabama, who's ranked 4th, and then Ole Miss is ranked 24th. That's how we close out the SEC schedule. So I imagine this thing's going to get more daunting as it goes on. Right now, we sit by Missouri in the SEC conference because we have 2 losses, and we have Alabama, Ole Miss, Auburn, and Mizzou in front of us with 1, and Ole Miss and Auburn don't have any losses in the SEC right now. So
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a must see TV, the SEC tournament for sure. It's gonna, and a lot of announcers has even said this, that the SEC's kind of like in football, they're going to cannibalize themselves. But the best thing about that is, you still gotta perform in conference play, but you got a little more wiggle room than college football, right?
very much more. I'm trying to see how many teams make it into the SEC tournament. Last year, 10 teams made it to the basketball tournament. But how many teams? Because it'd be interesting if you take a look at it now. Again, I mean, Georgia
I
is.
think it's all teams, all SEC teams
Nah, I think
make the SEC tournament.
SEC is a gauntlet this year. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there's 10 in the top 25 right now. Do all make it? Maybe they all do make it. I think it's 12. Yeah, I don't think it's all. I think there's a few that usually get kept out of it. So if there's 12, I know a pretty penny make it because there's some buys in there. So and look, I think this is good that there is that many teams that get into it, especially for the SEC this year, because literally from top to bottom, it could be anybody's game, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
In a way, the ACC was similar to this. I don't think it was as powerful, but it was kind of wide open last year, more in a negative light, where anybody could kind of win that thing. And NC State obviously went on to win it and then kind of carried themselves into the Final Four. You can really find a rhythm from the SEC tournament. So will be fun to watch as the next few weeks go on. Boys and girls, 120 strong. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Now, our boy Zach Goodall's back in the building, boys. And he sat down. I want to kind of just go over his article a little bit. Obviously, he posted this tweet and a quote from Napier in his response to the DC hunt. And the quote that's really kind of rock and rolling is, we probably moved a little slower than people want us to, Napier told Zach Goodall. So I'll try to get him on the show. He's busy right now, again, getting established and hoping to come back later this week so we can get to talk to him a little bit. But spoke with him on that. Same thing with the front office. Napier and them are still trying to get that situation figured out, looking to maybe separate the responsibilities. And so it's interesting to hear him say we're moving a little bit slower than people want to. I assume he's speaking to us. He sees the Twitter sphere. You gotta love. I mean, that's showing he's acknowledging that he at least hears us. At least he didn't call us in his Armand basement this time.
Yeah, they're not blind. I mean, I'm not saying he watches the show, but he's probably watching right now.
You think he is?
But for sure. And so I think that Billy Napier, for as to the beat of his own drum that he still is not to the point where he doesn't know the pulse of the fan base. Listen, this guy knows the pulse of the fan base. I think his staff knows. I think that's how good he's been with the recruiting on dropping stuff when he needs to. And it feels like, he always drops it just right at the right time on commitments. It's because he's in tune with the fan base. Now, listen, we're fans for a reason, right? We're not the ones making money in the decisions. I get that. But I think he does know, like, hey, I know this isn't going as fast as what Gator Nation wants it to, but listen, guys, we're gonna be okay. I'm hiring the right guy.
So kind of speaking to the front office stuff in this article, he says Napier said they could end up being multiple people. You got a business manager, you got a business relations, and you got a lot of stuff happening here. So we've talked about, because again, the GM role was taken already by Jacob LaFrange, I believe. So we kind of got confirmation that whoever is coming in won't embody that GM role, but will embody some kind of role, just to manage, again, these kind of relations that we're talking about, the business stuff, the NIL stuff. I would say the scouting department. There's there's a ton of things to be managed, which we've talked about. So we'll continue to see how it goes. Watching this Kansas City game and Houston game. Who do y'all got? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is probably the weakest game of the weekend, I would say, for the NFL playoffs. I think it really ramps up after this game right here. But look, all in all, great W for the Gators in basketball. And like we just went over their schedule, it doesn't get any easier over the next couple of weeks, which I like. I think it's good to be battle tested. And I think a lot of these SEC teams bring a lot to the table that will challenge this Florida team. And we'll continue to see how they grow and how they mature. I think, look, I want to see the free throw shots get better. I think we saw some progress this week from the things we talked about last week, but still need to free throw better. Truffle shuffle time. Cody will forever be a legend on that.
I know it.
I love it. Still waiting for the earth-shattering hire we were hyped about. It's killing me. Muddy, that was the Muschamp stuff. That was where the hell you been, Muddy?
Yeah.
That was the
They also announced the day of the blue and orange game. It will be the same date as last year.
April 12th?
Yep. All of I think all of High Top will be there. I think
Well, I don't think it's the same date, but same because the 12th
same weekend.
Okay. At 1:00 on Saturday. Yeah, we'll be there. The little man should be there. You'll be there. Swolder.
Yep.
He'll physically will be there. Now, whether he'll be there mentally, we always leave that up for grabs. You never know.
Yeah.
How
Harris will
gonna
be
work.
there.
Yeah. What's the score for the Kansas City game? Oh, 20-12 in the fourth quarter. That's 32 points. I need the under.
Yeah, I stopped watching NFL playoff football about late Monday night of last week.
Too soon? Too soon. Okay. But it's 20-12. That doesn't do me any favors. I need them to cover the 8.5. So I do need, what is it? That's 32. I can get away with another touchdown. Another touchdown from KC. No more touchdowns from Houston. And I get my my over-under parlay bet. BetUS.com, boys and girls. You know what to do. Check it out. BetUS.com. Use code YouTube150. Get back 150% on your first deposit. 125 on your next two. Look, their odds are pretty nice. All right, boys. I've compared it to other betting sites, and their payout is actually pretty. With the same bet, it's kind of weird, man. We broke it down, my buddy and I didn't believe it, but BetUS paid out more for the exact same bet to competitors, which was crazy. This parlay that we're talking about paid out more through BetUS than it did on other apps. Just their percentages were better. So interesting situation there. So be sure to check it out and lock it. Well, boys and girls, that's all we've got for this beautiful Saturday. Again, we've got the finalization. I would say we're waiting on will be Mike Peterson and Rob Sale. They seem to be in talks, but still waiting for that confirmation on that. And whether, again, some of you may be okay if it goes elsewhere, but I would like to get confirmation on and continue to move forward. And obviously, the DC is another one to watch. So we'll continue to monitor it. Y'all be good. Have a happy Saturday. Smash the like button. Subscribe. We'll see you boys in the next one.